branding, marketing, sales, systems, and team so they can make an amazing impact and income and positively affect their communities worldwide. Ensure that you are sharing this show, you're subscribing, and you also are leaving us a review so we can create more amazing content around those areas to help you level up to the next level and also bring amazing guest experts that can share their knowledge and expertise with you so that you can create amazing legacy. All right, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, welcome back to another show. I'm so excited to be back with you. Another amazing guest and conversation. Today, we're going to talk about health and fitness, but not only, with the attempt to inspire you to really focus more on this area, but also more importantly, to help you level up and have that more holistic approach to life rather than just the attention and the energy that growing a business actually takes. So having said that, I'm very honored to have another beautiful guest on our show, Jimmy Clare. Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on. And before I ask you to share a few of the most meaningful moments in your journey that have led you to those work that you're doing today, I would love to hear where is it that you are connecting from.
Thanks for having me. I'm connecting from Pennsylvania, and it's really cold outside.
You're in New York too, so beautiful. Thanks so much for coming on, Jimmy. And yeah, feel free to share some of the most meaningful moments so we get a better idea around your personal journey and your reason why you're doing the work that you're doing.
So the reason doing the work that I'm doing is because I want to help people to overcome obstacles that they face with extra challenges. I know uh, my story had a lot of let's just say a lot of twists and turns and to get from point A to let's say D, and then uh, and so I'm like, there's got to be well, uh, there's no shortcuts, but I like to say there's got to be a shorter way because it is like too many things that happen, bullying happened, and I was like, you know, there's got to be more. There needs to be more autism advocates out there, and so because because the spectrum is so wide and diverse, and it's like we need people of all different types of autism, etc., and not just like just one all and be all. And it's like, oh, I know everything. And it's like no one knows everything. Even Google doesn't know everything.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, your story is so inspiring, and there's so many people that might resonate with your message, right? But just agility and persistence and kind of doing the things that your heart is really leading you into and learning and growing, right? And never missing a beat in life because just like you said, we all have challenges in our journey. Obviously, some people face different challenges than others, but at the end of the day, I think I believe, and I also resonate with what you said, that we all bring in such a unique perspective and we have different gifts that we bring to the table. So when we collaborate, get together, we absolutely can create magic and create results and create connection. I think at the end of the day, most humans are craving that. And that's, what I've seen leads to happiness for sure. So how about your passion and fascination with a healthy lifestyle and fitness? How did that start?
So that started when I was going through bullying. Me and my dad were watching an infomercial on TV, and not that we chose to watch an infomercial. It just happened to be a long commercial between one of our shows. So I forget what show it was, but it just happened to come on TV, and it was for this workout program called P90X. And uh, me and my dad tried different stuff, just going to the gym. We even just tried. I even had a personal trainer come to to the house when I was really, I think I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, I guess. And I wasn't really into fitness at that point because all I just wanted to do like, I'm gonna get lost in video games because I'm tired of this bullying and whatnot. So
Mm.
me and my dad saw this infomercial, and even though like we haven't really made any progress on losing weight. So my dad's like, "Do you want to try this?" I was like, "Well, what else do we have to lose?" I was like, we tried pretty much everything you could possibly think of and more. So my dad ordered it, and after the first week, after doing it, I was crawling up the stairs, and I was like, "This is the most brutal workout I've ever uh, I've done, uh, and ever." And and for those who don't know what P90X is, it's a 90-day workout program. I had to do it for 90 straight days. By the time I got to the halfway point, I lost 30 pounds, and
Mm.
I started seeing muscle definition. And even though that everybody has muscle in the body, and because you have to hold up your skeleton frame and everything, I was like, I didn't even know that I had muscle at all, because all I had was just I was out of shape. I was heavy. I was near obese for my age group back in middle school and into high school. And uh, so when I lost the weight, I was able to stand up for the bullies, and and I knew I wanted to stay in shape uh, because it makes me feel good. And when I do not work out, I turn into the Incredible Hulk. Except I don't turn green, and my muscles don't
Mm.
get bigger. That's
Yeah.
the only part.
It's become a lifestyle. I can imagine the beginnings because I also remember my beginnings with just starting a new habit, such as going to the gym. Yeah, it's very it's new, right? So the beginning it's always the most challenging part, but that's where the growth happens. So look at you now, you're actually doing this work and helping other people with it as well. So what are some tips, Jimmy, that you can share based on your experience around healthy lifestyle and fitness? That you feel will also help a lot of people listening to our audience, especially our audience of entrepreneurs and CEOs.
Well, one of the major things that I find helpful for myself is sticking to a routine of working out. So whether because honestly, I didn't start at working out 6 days a week when I first began, uh, but then. Uh, but then, because when I discovered P90X, I liked working out 6 days a week, and but I gradually got into it, and but so I would say start with uh, something comfortable, maybe like 3 days a week or 2 days a week, and then gradually increasing if you want to increase, and then uh, and and also having it on your physical calendar, whether it's physical or digital. I have a reminder set 6 days a week for working out. Now, I'm gonna be honest. For my, I found basically on my sixth day of working out, I just do stretching. I used to do weightlifting 3 days a week, and then karate just the 3 other days a week. But because uh, my let's just say I was dealing with some back pain from early October. I didn't know what this was come from, so I was like, okay, I really got to get into stretching, and so I decided to do Saturdays as my stretch day. So I always so I block out time for working out. It's my like own little bubble of time for myself. No one else can reach me. Work can't reach me. Well, I work for myself, so no one can reach me. And then my parents can't reach me. No one else can reach me unless it's just a true emergency. Then someone can reach me. But it's like I'm in my workout zone. Stay the hell away from me. And then uh, and
Yeah.
then, and I was gonna say, I also learned to live other healthy habits. I found a really great hack for drinking more water throughout the day. So I have a
Hmm.
drink water reminder, nutrition app on my phone, and but what I did, there's this. tool called Push Bullet. It has a mirror push notifications. So it will take your notifications from your phone and display it on your computer. And so every hour it reminds me to drink water. And you probably say, well, don't you just get thirsty? Well, if you don't have your water bowl next to you, and sometimes when you're into a very specific task, you're like, I forgot to drink some water, and so I set up the hack so that it'll just remind me. So even sometimes it gets annoying. It's like I'd rather annoy myself than go dehydrate.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. But I think what I got from your whole experience is also just prioritizing time for your own self, right? And a routine that works for you, and starting with baby steps and then improving the process as you go along. It sounds much like entrepreneurship and much like business growth. And that actually will be my next question for you, Jimmy. What are some lessons that you have learned as an entrepreneur, as you're also, putting yourself out there and growing your own business? Because I know you also do a lot of speaking as a motivational speaker as well. So what are some lessons that you have learned that you feel that you want to now give back and kind of share that with other entrepreneurs going through the same journey?
Well, my first tip for people, uh, well, the first mistake I've ever made running my business is starting off with WordPress. And I'm not bashing WordPress, but it just even though I come from a technical, logical background and everything, I was, let's just say, running a website was a whole nother ballpark of crazy. And I had like, and I admit I probably had one too many plugins on the back end of my website, but uh, I just feel like with all the tools and stuff that you just want to play around with, it's like can be very, very dangerous. So like one plugin didn't work with one plugin, and it's like this is too stupid for me, and I can handle it. I was working 90+ hours a week. I was like, this is no way to work, uh, and so I jumped to Squarespace, uh, and I stayed with them for at least almost 5 years, and then I jumped again, not because I was not happy with Squarespace, but because uh, just because I found this platform that can import my podcast, import my YouTube videos without having to copy and pasting every little nook and cranny. Because as an entrepreneur, there's only, well, we all have the same hours in a day, but you don't want to you want to work smarter, not harder. So I was like, how can I do this? And so I decided to say, okay, it's time to take a step back and uh, to find the right platform for myself. So I decided to uh, find the right platform. I also uh, I tried a lot of free tools, and I'm not going to name a boatload of them because there was one too many. But I know some of the free tools were not for me. So I finally invested in some really, really good, helpful tools. Like when you were on my show, I told you uh, about this. Uh, well, it was newish, a, a social media uh, manager tool that replaced like 8 different tools for me. So it's like, yeah, I'll spend this kind of money. I'm not gonna name any. I'm not gonna name it because the walls are too thin in my house. But the just saying on the price because even I, like my jaw dropped when it's like, "You really gonna do this, Jimmy?" I was like, "Yeah." And it's like, eh, uh, so investing in the right tools was helpful. Finding the right platform was helpful to me, and then. And I tried different podcast hosting companies, just be, uh, and some of them I kind of tinkered with a little bit because I didn't like some of their functionality. Like, not to name any names, but there's one company, their ads marketplace and their sponsorship marketplace sounded too similar. The only difference was the S at the end. And it's like, okay, one should just really be sponsorships and one should be just ads. Because I just get mixed up on the two. And it's like, no, 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 can't handle it. And
Yeah.
so I stayed at my favorite company, Red Circle, just because their support is, uh, let's just say, is
Yeah.
easily reachable.
Jimmy, I think what you just talked about is really great advice for other entrepreneurs, especially in those early beginning stages that focus more on the website. I would say focus more on connecting with the right people, create content, use social media because social media is the definitely the best first step before you even go into creating a website. Because who's visiting your website if you haven't really built a lot of the other pieces in place? And then the other part that you talked about, which I think is very important, is knowing when to invest and when to let go of all the freebies out there, right? And being a savvy investor, because at the end of the day you want to work smart, as you said, and your time is more important, right? So understanding how to invest in the right tools or even the right systems that are going to bring you a great ROI for your time and the money and the way that you get to operate on your day to day. I think those are very important messages that you just shared with us today. And then my last question for you, Jimmy, is around entrepreneurship and someone that might be autistic and has chosen entrepreneurship as a journey to put their gift out there in the world to help more people with the problems that they feel they want to solve and to be successful in a nutshell. What is your message for someone that might resonate with your story there?
I just say, uh, don't give up, keep being persistent. I To be honest, if I was not persistent, I wouldn't probably still be around today. Uh, like for instance, well, for example, so one of my one of the platforms that I also wanted to reach the audience on was this platform called Google News, and uh, they basically when I applied, they rejected me. I was persistent enough to I reached out to them. I had to go multiple hoops just to find the contact because it's not one single contact for Google, and they don't because they give you a forum, which is not helpful, and they and so they basically told me that no one would read my content on their platform. Well, I made the most compelling argument ever, and it's like, yes, you do have the data on your platform, and then I said, and it's like, yeah, you have the data, you have the experts, but do you have somebody who lives with autism from and to share their perspective on your platform? And it's like somebody like you, Google. I thought you would want somebody have a unique platform, and 2 days later, they accepted me, and and the reason I tell you that is my uh, because fast forward to 2023, almost the end of 2023. I have over almost 3,000 followers on Google News, and I hope that Google can see that number and say, and you guys said no one will read my content. And it's like all the naysayers who said I wouldn't amount to anything in my life, and here I am, speaking on 174 different podcasts in total, and I run my own business. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, your story is so inspirational. I love the final message of never to quit, right? Because you will get a lot of rejection. It's just part of the journey. As long as you believe in yourself, I think that's the key to success with anything. So thank you so much, Jimmy, for sharing everything you did. You're definitely an amazing, inspirational story and entrepreneur. And thank you for all the work you're doing out there in the world. And my last question for you was, where is it that the audience can further connect with you?
The best way is go to crazyfitnessguy.com because I have one too many profiles, but I'm not going to take them back. Uh, it's one I have a rule of thumb for myself is that if Google already found me on this platform, and it's too late for me to take back seats.
There you go. Jimmy's on the website's right underneath the show and is also inside the Life School community. So you'll find him there and connect with him further. And again, I want to thank you for coming today, Jimmy, and Thank you so much for everything you shared, and I want to thank you for watching. So thank you so much for being a loyal listener to our show, and thank you so much for always sharing this podcast with other amazing entrepreneurs and CEOs. I will see you next time with another amazing guest and conversation. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Looking for alignment between your purpose and your profit in your business. If you're experiencing these two main pain points in your business, lack of consistent cash flow and sales, and also lack of knowledge and strategy for scalability, then we must connect. I would love to schedule a call for a 30-minute free discovery session where I could see what you have built, meet where you are in your phase and stage of growth, and also help you identify some of the gaps that you might be experiencing in your business, in the alignment of your purpose and profit, and also in really carrying forward that vision that you have for your company moving forward, for your impact and also for your profit. Schedule a free 30-minute discovery call in the link below, as my calendar gets very full very fast, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there.